All right, guys, I want to talk about Zion Williamson. He is 4 days shy of his 20th birthday. When asked about that, here is what the youngest player in the league had to say.
I'm going to be 20. I'm no longer going to be a teen, but it's, in a weird way, I haven't felt like a teenager in a long time, so I feel like it's not going to be anything different.
Perk, what do you make of Zion and his comments?
Listen, I don't even want to hear what Zion say. I saw pictures today. I've seen pictures floating around, and he's not a teenager. He is a man. When we talk about Zion Williamson, he's very mature. He's been very mature since high school. I love the way that he handles himself, the way that he handles pressure. And for him to go out and for them to post pictures, and I'm watching veins pop out through his neck and veins popping through his arms, that tells me, one, he's been working his behind off. 2, his body percent is low. 3, this is not the same Zion Williamson that we seen the first day of Summer League. This guy's taking his profession very seriously, and the NBA is in great hands. And Zion Williamson is the future face of the NBA. I'm saying it right here.
Yeah, he said he had worked out on the court almost every single day of the quarantine, and it shows. He looks like he's in really good shape. And I'm going to say something about this. Normally in this situation, Ja Morant would have had this Rookie of the Year closed up, and if everything had been voted on normally, it would have. But in this unique little moment, if Zion is dominant and gets into the 8th seed, we could reopen it. So let's just see how that little storyline develops in Orlando.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Ja Morant, Brian. Earlier today, he spoke about his physical transformation during the league's hiatus. Zion's not the only one. Ja talked about he gained 12 pounds of muscle in that time. Take a listen.
Just been working out a lot, just staying in the gym, the weight room, just pushing myself. Gaining strength has always been a top priority for me. Can absorb contact, be able to use my body more, get through different screens.
All right, so Brian, does this make you more confident in the Grizzlies locking up a playoff spot?
Yeah, one of the things you always see from young guards is they always have to bulk up because they're always physically stunned. Even no matter what they think, there's always stunned when they get to the league and see how physical it is. So we almost always see these guys add weight into their 2nd and 3rd year. Look at Zion's teammate, Lonzo Ball, what he's done to his body. So really, this is kind of like his 2nd season. He got an off season to do that conditioning. He did the conditioning, and so he's going to defend that Rookie of the Year trophy that I think he pretty much had cinched up and now has to kind of win it again to lock it down.
I tell you what, the Memphis Grizzlies, the city of Memphis, they should be proud and jumping for joy because they have a young stud and a great leader in Ja Morant. For him to take advantage during this pandemic and go out and put on 12 pounds of muscle, that speaks volumes because guess what? That shows me that his leadership skills are there. That shows me that he's dedicated. That shows me that he's willing to sacrifice. And it also shows me that he's a winner. And this is why the Memphis Grizzlies are currently sitting in the 8th spot in the West. It's because of him, not because of what he do on the court. It's his leadership skills. He take action. He don't talk about it. He do it.
Yeah, and by the way, I agree with you in general about young guards, Brian, but I got to say one of the notable things to me about Ja Morant is that he walked into the NBA stunned by nobody and scared of nobody, and apparently that is continuing now as well. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.